India is transforming towards a digital, diverse, secure, and inclusive economy, and cloud computing is helping the country in bridging the digital divide step by step. Digital India Mission has transformed the delivery of government services to millions across the country. Now, this pioneering campaign is entering its next phase to ensure the anytime, anywhere access to citizen services that an increasingly tech savvy population expects. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Analytics Insight, and I'm your host, Priya Dialani. Today, we are diving into a subject that touches the lives of millions government to citizen services, often known as G2C. Now, to create a nationwide digital infrastructure which is aligned with new tools and technologies like AI, big data, IoT, which will galvanize various sectors to improve the well being of every Indian. Now, this will require the Government of India to build and sustain a robust digital architecture. Let's welcome Shikhar Aggarwal, Joint Managing Director, BLS International, to help us understand government to citizen service delivery through AI, automation, and predictive analytics, which is setting a benchmark for global public facing systems and how BLS is at the forefront of it. Hi, Shikhar, how are you doing?
Hi, Priya. Thank you. I'm good.
Great. It's a pleasure to have you with us on a podcast today, Shikhar. And of course, we have conducted a lot of podcasts, but we have never discussed about, government to citizen delivery and, of course, the role of technology as to how it is enhancing this entire service delivery, specifically in India. So, before we dive deeper into our conversation for today's episode, we would like to know more about BLS International. So, it would be great if you could help us understand about the organization, its specialization.
Yes. So, see, BLS International started in the year 2005, and today we are the leading global provider of technology led government and citizen services. We currently work with more than 46 governments in more than 70 countries, offering everything from visa and passport to consular support, biometric, and e governance. We have processed over 360 million applications so far, and we are proud to be the only listed company in this domain. What sets us apart is building secure, scalable systems that make global mobility easier while keeping trust at the core. And with more governments outsourcing these services, we are in a great position to expand even further.
Great. Thank you for that overview, Shikhar, and helping us understand how BLS International stands out in a market that is that wherein you're carving a unique identity in a very competitive landscape, and it also reflects a strong vision and a commitment to a long-term impact. Moving to you, Shikhar, your contributions to the business landscape have not gone unnoticed. You have been honored with several prestigious awards that underscore your influence and impact. You have received the ET Global Indian Leaders 2022 of the Year award. Additionally, you have also been recognized as a Young Achiever of the Year at 2018 Times Network's National Awards. So, can you tell us more about yourself? How has the journey been till date? What exactly is your role and contribution at BLS International? And, what is your vision in the coming years?
Yeah. So, see, I was studied from Delhi University and I was pursuing my chartered accountancy. I was working in Grant Thornton, as an article. Post that, I joined BLS International in 2014. And since then, I've been focusing on strengthening our strategy, operations, and governance, both in India and globally. Over the years, we have been closely involved in expansion to over 70 countries. My background in finance and international relationship, I also did a couple of summer schools focused on international business development relationship that helps me in seeing the big picture while I stay focused on the details to make sure that the customer experience is secure, smooth, and trustworthy. So I feel my study, my experiences, my working, my global travel has really helped me in shaping my career and also my contribution towards the company.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing that, Chicker. And it's always insightful to hear not just about the organization, but also the human effort and leadership behind it. And it's clear that your contributions definitely go beyond day-to-day responsibilities, and they play a very important role in shaping the direction of the company and how it delivers value to its clients and stakeholders. Moving ahead, in the current era where digital transformation is pivotal, the integration of advanced technologies into government services has transformed interactions between public authorities and citizens. Now, this paradigm shift has not only transformed processes but also fostered transparency and accountability, thereby elevating the quality of public service delivery. Now, with the advent of mobile applications tailored specifically for G2C transaction, this exemplifies the transformation, and it is offering a plethora of services at the fingertips of users. How do you define G2C services in today's digital first environment, and how has the scope evolved in recent years in India specifically?
See, G2C services means government to citizen services. It covers services like visa processing, consular services, passport renewal, delivery of services on behalf of governments. So basically, any service where government is offering services to citizens, citizens want to avail services. We want to be the medium, of delivery of those services in a timely and a technologically driven manner. 20 years ago, these services were done in physical counters. Now, if you see, thanks to AI, automation, and biometrics, they are faster, more secure, and more accessible. Post COVID, the scope has grown to include banking and financial services too. Governments want cost effective, tech enabled, high quality solutions. And that's where we bring our proven expertise.
Definitely makes sense. And, I think what is important or what we can clearly make out is that G2C services have moved from being seen as just transactional touch points to becoming more holistic and citizen driven experiences. I think when we're talking about digital first environment, in India also, if you consider, I think it's no longer about just delivering a service. It's also ensuring proper quality or accessibility and transparency, as well as trust at every stage of the interaction. And it's very encouraging to see how certain initiatives are streamlining the processes and also bridging the gap between the governments and the people they serve. We spoke about, you spoke about AI. I mean, if we talk about challenges which a government face, I think they face massive challenge because they're serving large populations efficiently and consistently. Unlike enterprises, they don't have the option of targeting select customers or scaling down services. They need to be very inclusive, transparent, and accessible to every citizen, regardless of the geography or the economic status. This is exactly why technology has become non-negotiable. By moving services online and into digital platforms, governments can handle the high volumes that usually come with G2C programs. But I believe that digitization alone isn't enough. It's the infusion of AI, machine learning models, or automation that's really moving the needle. So, how does digital infrastructure, especially AI, cloud, and APIs, modernize G2C service delivery, and what is the role of BLS here?
You see, AI and tech enabled services have completely changed the game. At BLS International, we use AI powered OCR, facial biometrics, and liveness detection early in the process so identities are verified quickly and fraud is prevented. Our chatbots and voice bots provide round the clock customer support and experience in multiple languages. APIs connect us seamlessly with the government systems. The difference is we use technology responsibly while protecting and securing the integrity of visa processing services.
Right. Definitely it makes sense, Shikhar. And while you spoke about how BLS International is playing an important role, just a quick, a follow-up question to what we spoke is that, while we have these services, while everything is shifting online and, BLS International is at the forefront of it, how do you think, the government has been responsive to this overall scenario? I mean, were they proactive enough to enable this paradigm shift, or it was a very slow down process?
If you're asking me how the governments have taken this, definitely governments, are quite cautious. While there are a lot of technology changes that are there, and there are new technologies that are available in the market, governments need to see from a security point of view, see it from a government system point of view. So definitely, government has adopted a lot of technologies like biometrics, etc., which has led to increased security for the applicants who are, who are applying for their applications. But other than that, A lot of services have recently started to become automated, like digital visas, etc., which has led to increase in volumes for the government and both the service providers like us. So definitely, government has taken both a cautious approach and at the same time, they are also forward looking in terms of adopting technology.
Definitely, and I think it highlights the importance of, bridging the gap between the government frameworks and citizen experiences. I mean, it's not about just digitizing services. Like you mentioned, it's also about, ensuring that all of the services reach to each section of the society. And like you mentioned, that government has been cautious, but also a little proactive in terms of adopting these technologies. And I'm sure moving ahead, where we have more technological advancements, government will slowly and steadily ensure integration of these technologies in their services. Now, historically, these interactions have been associated with long queues, cumbersome paperwork, and slow approvals. But with the rapid rise of technology, I think that picture is transforming. The G2C interface is no longer about just forms and files. It's more about digital first experiences or real time responsiveness. Can you share some specific examples of how automation has improved speed, accuracy, or scale in public services?
Yes, sure. So, see, if you see in the visa processing industry, AI and automation have really become the backbone of operations. They take over repetitive tasks like document verification, data entry, and eligibility checks, which cuts processing times dramatically while improving accuracy. AI can flag anomalies, authenticate credentials in real time, and stop fraudulent applications. At BLS International, we have seen how technology help us manage seasonal surges in applications caused by rising global mobility. By automating large parts of the process, we are able to deliver faster results, keeping security tight and scaling up without compromising service quality. It is a combination of speed, accuracy, and trust, and it is setting the stage for the next generation of cross-border travel facilitation.
Right, definitely. And I think when we talk specifically about the visa services, I mean, I believe that every citizen has gone through those processes and ended up being, more frustrated and how annoying these processes could be. But I think with AI and automation coming into picture, I think they're making processes faster, and not just faster, but also ensuring, scalability, making sure that the experience is smoother and more transparent interaction is held with public agencies, which ultimately builds trust in these institutions. And of course, where we have scalability, we also have less costs, and automation is reshaping public services, and it's making it more citizen centric, I feel. So when we have such automation coming into picture, it's of course freeing up human capacity. It's empowering them to focus on more complex and value added tasks instead of repetitive administration. In the realm of digital governments, I think the transition from traditional service delivery to digital platforms presents a unique set of challenges. Now, these hurdles are not merely technical, but also encompass regulatory, social, and economic dimensions. The development of applications that facilitate G2C transactions is a complex endeavor demanding a multifaceted strategy that addresses critical issues. Now, for example, ensuring that G2C applications are accessible to all citizens, including those with disabilities, is very important. So, what are the key challenges in building scalable G2C platforms that can handle millions of users?
See, scale, localization, and integration are the biggest challenges in the visa processing industry and citizen service processing. Scale, if you talk about scale, platform must support millions of users at once without, interrupting uptime for critical services like biometrics and application tracking. So this is a must. We are operating at a global level, and we are operating, applications in multiple geographies in multiple time zones. So definitely scale of our servers, etc., really plays a big role in that. Localization. We need to operate in multiple languages while adopting to diverse regulations, cultures, and varying levels of technology and readiness across the regions. So definitely, not only data localization now because the new laws, even operating in multiple languages is a big must, for us. Integration. So seamless and secure connection with government systems often built on legacy infrastructure are essential without compromising data security. So all these factors are really a must to handle G2C platforms on a scale.
Right, definitely. And I think when we're talking about scalability and integration, I think those are critical issues when it comes to adopting new advanced technologies. And we need certain platforms which are robust and which are capable of, ensuring that flexibility and scalability. Because eventually when you're not able to deliver that quality or that assurance to your citizens, I think that integration or deploying such technological advancement doesn't make any sense at the end. So I think we need to ensure scalability as well as security going hand in hand. So when we're talking about security, I think when we want to cater to millions of users, I think cloud is playing a very important role in the digital journey of government enterprises, and it becomes evident that cybersecurity and data privacy plays an extremely critical role in ensuring that the customer data is safe from breaches. With multiple integrations and technologies on a cloud platform and rising sophisticated cloud threat, hackers can exploit vulnerabilities due to misconfiguration weak or unauthorized access or malicious insider to compromise, security controls. So all of this can, literally harm the sensitive data that government holds. So how can governments balance personalization with privacy and data protection concerns?
So in specialized areas like visa and consular services, the data we handle is extremely sensitive. Things like personalized identities, biometrics, and financial records. Protecting this information is non-negotiable. Around the world, governments have put strong security frameworks in places to build public trust and maintain data integrity. The best way to balance personalization with privacy is through a privacy by design approach, meaning security is built into the systems from day one. That includes the integration of technology to ensure robust data governance, meaningful and informed user consent, and full transparency about how information is collected, stored, and used. At BLS International, we make this a core principle. Every platform we develop, whether for visa processing, identity services, or other citizen services, has safeguards built in from the start to ensure that file services are personalized for convenience, privacy, and security are never compromised. We leverage advanced technologies such as encryption and AI driven monitoring to further strengthen data protection and system reliability.
That's a really thoughtful perspective. And of course, I believe that governments are walking a very fine line. They are under increasing pressure to deliver highly personalized and citizen centric services. But that at the same time, they're also held to the highest standards of data protection. And I think when we ensure a privacy by design approach, just like you mentioned, I think we can ensure that personalization and privacy, don't have to be opposing forces. If done right, they can complement each other. So, where is all this headed? I think the future of G2C services is more about predictive governance. I mean, imagine a world where governments can anticipate citizen needs before they even arise, reminding people of license renewals, proactively enrolling them in benefits that qualify for, or preventing frauds before it happens. What's your vision for the next generation of G2C service in the next 5 to 10 years? And how do you think that BLS International will be at the forefront of it?
See, first of all, if you see the next few years, there is a big, pressure on governments to deliver a lot of services to the rising population across the world. Governments' budgets are reducing, but demand for citizen services, public services is increasing. So AI and automation, I feel, will be the heart of the G2C services to deliver to such a growing population. We'll see more facial biometrics with liveness detection, instant verification, and seamless integration with government systems. As global travel grows, our focus will be on expanding our services, optimizing operations, and deepening our partnership with governments to meet the needs of the future. Through our subsidiary BLS e-services, we are also enabling citizens to assess a wide range of digital and financial services, bringing service gaps and creating greater inclusion at the grassroots level.
Definitely. And I think the future of e governance starts from how well streamlined, integrated, and automated the government processes are, and how conveniently can they be used by citizens. Digital India will ride on the reach and access to citizen services and information anywhere, anytime by the Indian citizens. Thank you so much, Shikhar, for taking out the time and effort to be on a podcast today and helping us understand that the future of G2C services will not be defined by paperwork or wait times. It will be defined by data, AI, and citizen centric design. And perhaps most importantly, it's shifting the narrative From citizens adapting to government systems, I think government systems are now adapting to the citizens' demand. Thank you so much. It was lovely chatting with you, Shikhar.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. This is for our listeners. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the future of G2C services. I hope you enjoyed our today's conversation. Stay tuned for more conversations on how technology continues to reshape the world around us. You can view all our previous episodes on Spotify and other leading platforms. Thank you so much.